Hello, I'm Tim Durham from Durham's Bee Farm. We do have a website, durhamsbeefarm.com, like Durham, North Carolina, or Bull Durham tobacco. I'm not ashamed to advertise. We do sell bee pollen, comb honey, propolis, the bee products on our website. I have grandchildren and 3 children to take care of. I'm just joking. Anyway, there's 2 things that I'd like to that I think are relevant to this time of the year. This is December 1, and I'm going to try to cover them. Number 1 is new beekeepers, or people that want to get a hive. And so here's what I would tell you. There's several bee supply houses, and 2 of them that I am thinking of right now is Walter T. Kelly in Kentucky, and it's in Tennessee. Mercy, I done forgot. You get old, you forget. Anyway, down below in the information down below, I will give you their name and phone number. But there's several. I'm sure there's several different bee supply houses that are good. Now, if you're a person that you would like to start keeping bees, then call these 2 bee supply houses that I have their name and phone number below, and ask them to send you a catalog. It's free, and if they tell you that they're going to come out with a new catalog in January, well, tell them to go ahead and send you the current catalog, because you need to look at it. It's going to be extremely confusing. They need me to write their catalog. They have invented so many different kind of frames. I mean, it would confuse an intelligent person. But anyway, go ahead and tell them to please send you a current catalog. That's the first thing you need to do. And so you can start looking it over, and this winter you can start putting your hive together. You can order it, put it together. If you don't know what to order, and you probably don't, I try to answer. I do a good job of answering all emails. I try to help people. I really do. And it's I don't know. I'm old-fashioned, and so I like the old-fashioned frames. And they've come out with new frames, and I've tried them, and I hate them. And there's nothing wrong with trying something new. That's how the Langstroth hive was invented, by coming up with something new. So coming up with something new isn't always bad, but if you don't know what to order, then it can be confusing. Now, pertaining to current beekeepers, there's 2 things that I would tell you. If you have not put an entrance reducer on your hive, on the entrance of your hive, please do so immediately. I'm going to show you an easy way to do that. The traditional hive entrance reducer is bogus for 40 years. And when I show you, then maybe you'll understand. But I'm going to show you an easy way to make and put an entrance reducer on a hive, and you need to do that. If you don't, and a mouse gets in there, and the mouse will get in there and build a nest, then you'll think of me and you'll wish you had done it. Now, number 2 is current to this time of the year. if your hive doesn't have, you got a strong hive, if they don't have enough food, enough honey, they will starve. Now usually hives don't starve in the dead of winter. They usually starve in the spring, right before the honey flow starts. And what do I mean by honey flow? The honey flow in late spring, excuse me, there are actually there are plants that are blooming in the dead of winter. The honeybees will find them. If you go out there and sit down beside your hive in the dead of winter and it warms up, you will see those bees bringing in pollen. It won't be much, but it's out there and they will find it. Now when the honey flow starts, that means that there's an abundant amount of blooms that start blooming. And so usually beehives will starve right before the honey flow starts. Let's say that you have a hive that is very strong with bees and you feel very confident, and this hive that is very strong with bees, when I say strong, I mean it has a lot of bees in it, but they don't have much food. All right, let's say that they're living hand to mouth and they don't have much food in there, and in 3 days the honey flow may start. But let's say it rains and the bees aren't going to be flying. They can starve to death in 2 to 3 days. 1 day may make a difference. Now, in my opinion, now there's some things in beekeeping that are people's opinion. There's some things that I will tell you that I believe they are facts. So, in my opinion, the best way to feed a hive, and this applies definitely in the wintertime, when our late winter or early spring when it's still cool, and right behind this video I will fix it so you will see the next video that I'm talking about. And you put a piece of 3/4 inch plywood on top of the hive, and you drill a hole in it that you can set a mason canning jar in that hole and it will not fall through. Now, you can do 1 mason jar or you can do a dozen in this piece of plywood. But if a hive is on the brink of starving in late winter or summer, this is the only feeder that will save them. An entrance feeder or a frame space feeder or a top feeder, if it's cold, they can't get to it. They will not get to it. But this feeder I'm talking about, they can get to it and it will save them. So I'm gonna fix this video so when you finish watching this video, the other video will start playing that pertains to that plywood top feeder. Now, I'm gonna try to get up and show you the entrance reducer and what I'm talking about there. Thank you. So, in my opinion, this is the best entrance reducer that you can use. Now, I've got three small nails. I don't know if you can see them. Okay, this, you can cut several of these off of a 2x4. Now, I'm going to just put this up. I'll show you. I'm going to put this up next to the entrance, and there you go. Now, next spring, I can stick a hive tool behind that and pop it off real easy. Now, the traditional, and they still probably do it, the bee supply houses give you, when they send you a hive, they give you an introducer that you stick in the entrance. Well, it's easy to stick it in there, but next spring, that smoke's killing me. But next spring, when you try to get that introducer out of there, it's a booger, I'm telling you. But this one here, next spring, you just stick a hive tool behind it and pop it out. Real easy. Trust an old man. That's the best way to go. All right, now. Okay, what I'm going to show you here is, this is not really relevant to this time of the year because most of you have probably already pulled your honey off. But now this is a comb honey super. It's more shallow than a shallow super. All right, when you get ready to pull your comb honey supers off, 1 or 2 days, it don't matter, 1, 2, 3 days before you pull your honey super off, crack it. Now I've already done this, so that's why it's easy. Crack it, and okay, you see the bees in there? Doing wonderful. Now, you see these black hive beetle buster, hive beetle blaster, B-L-A-S-T-E-R. I believe when it's all said and done, this is the best way to go. You might have to put several of them in there. But anyway, my point here is, but the 1 or 2 or 3 days, whatever, before you pull your honey super off, crack it loose and pull it up and let it back down. Because there is burr comb between this honey super and the brood chamber, and it's full of honey. If you wait and you don't do that, and you go out and pull your honey supers off, you pull this honey super off and put it in your truck or wherever, it is going to be dripping honey everywhere. But if you will crack this a day, 1 day's enough, 1 day or a few days ahead, then when you pull the super off, there will not be any honey dripping. They will clean that up. So that's a fact. That's not an opinion. All right, if y'all have any questions, I'm Tim Durham, and I do answer all emails, and I'll be happy to help you. So